straight to it. So, there's two aspects of the enchanting that I need to test. So, one, we have the boss hole stuff, which I've started now, so we can go ahead and, well, hopefully this can actually be set to green. And then, what was the other one? Right down here. This can now be set to yellow, right? So started but not finished. Okay, so we'll do that one first. I need an empty slot on an item, meaning I don't need any of this stuff. Need this stuff. We need a few other things. Maybe we're in this. Yeah, perfect. Shards of Power will do. Still works, right? Yeah, because soul goes there. We'll do it that way, actually. So we take a sword. Go to this one first. Should be able to unlock a slot with the boss soul. Done. Right, perfect. But then if we go over here, we should be able to enchant with the boss soul, hopefully now. Yeah, that's good. And perfect. Right. Haven't done any of the effects, but as long as the lore tags are working, that makes it easy to actually implement once it's go time, right? And I think I'm going to be a bit lazy, but it should also be fun. I think all of the boss souls will just allow the player to trigger one of the boss's abilities, right? 2 birds, 1 stone. I think that should be good. But since that's working, nice and easy out of the way, what we want to test is this stuff. So we have Chaotic Essence, Armor Enchantments, Range, Tool, and Weapon. These will allow you to get stronger enchants, although randomly. Right, so if we grab out a sword... I guess if I have these, it doesn't really matter what I enchant. It'll end up being the same thing anyway. But we'll put the correct ones on the correct ones. So we'll go pickaxe, sword, and then range. Done. And this should use this altar now. Right. So basically, 1 essence, 1 item. Right, so if we use range and range, fingers crossed. Yeah, there we go. I mean, you can see the little scoreboard on the side. That is how I'm actually doing the randomization, although we didn't get anything great, nor did I remember to keep a copy of the assets. So I need to give myself... Oh god, which loot table is it? Runechant. I feel like it's just under loot. I think I put it in the legendary slots. Yeah, there we go. Armor. Give myself a few. They don't stack, so I don't know when we get the exact same one. Weapon, tool, range. Perfect. I just have to make sure to keep copies of them. But theoretically, we should be able to get up to 4 enchant if it's working correctly. Problem is, it looks like it is not. Because at best, I keep getting 2. Maybe the slots aren't correct. We'll duplicate these just so I don't mess them up. I should be able to re-enchant the same item as well. What it should be doing is clearing the enchantment to start off and then re-enchanting it. If I do it again... Right, this time we get Punch and Mending, which is, you know, half decent. But still not the wow that I'm going for. Right, so these are meant to be hard to get. Multi-shot arm breaking. Yeah, so it's only doing 2. That makes me think there is definitely an error with the string of functions. So I need to open that up. Where did I put it though? Under crafting. And this is the Shulk Exchange, Chaotic Enchants, Range. So, currently, what's the issue? Ah, ha ha ha. My bad. I've literally set them to if statements instead of unless statements. To stop it picking the same enchants but at different levels. So basically, if you get the greatest level of, say, power, right, you can't get the other variants, because there's 3 tiers to each of the enchants. Below average, above average, and then obviously average. So I was using if statements when I should be using unless statements. Can I just do this? I don't think I can, actually. I'm going to say replace them all at once, but I think I have 2 ifs, which means I don't want that. I should be able to do if data storage and change it to unless, and hopefully this doesn't muddle it up. Fingers crossed. Save all, reload. Okay, give me better enchants. Done. There we go. So 4 slots, is that correct? Should be 3 per the equipment, and then 1 from the generic slot, which could be Unbreaking, Mending. Essentially the enchants that are applicable to everything. And it looks like it has. We got piercing 4, which is above, flame 1, but that's in the middle slot, so there's only one level to that anyway, and then quick charge 1. So quick charge, for instance, could be 1, 3, or 5, I believe it is, right? That way it's like the max level, slightly under the max level, above the max level, and then under the max level. Although it seems like these aren't as detrimental as what I'd like. There should be a higher chance to get the curses on it. There we go, Curse of Vanishing. And we did roll... it attempted to give us the same enchant, hence why we didn't get anything. So we got Affinity in the first slot, Power in the second slot, and then the third slot it tried to give us Power again, resulting in no power. Right? Question is just whether or not, you know, I think that's what I want to go for. Because I feel like I don't want to give the player too OP of enchants. Because the whole... Oh, that one's not good. Why does it have both Respiration? What's going on there? Alright, I need to pop that so it doesn't squeal at us. That's given me Respiration 5, which is above. Done. And then it's given us Respiration 3, which is the second tier. Execute unless data storage, entity, blah blah blah, enchantments. I spell it right. Respiraation. Yep. Run data modify. Okay. I know what the issue is. It's not re-updating the data after each enchant. So that whole test doesn't actually work. I need to either re-grab their data after each enchant stage, which isn't horrible. I just have to remember what the command is, so that it updates every single time. Go to mobs, I think it's under tick mob. Yeah, I think this should be fine. Enchant entity is the correct one. Just double check it. Yeah, okay, so if I stick this in between each attempt at enchanting, I might end up tying luck into it. So the more luck you have, the more likelihood of the extra enchants. I think that's probably the way to do it. But this little chain should stop us getting the same enchants doubling up. We don't want. Save all. So it's this slot. Oh. Though we'll never notice now. So I guess we're looking for the Absinthe. So we got Aqua Affinity, Respiration, Protection. See, there's enough jank enchants on the armor slot that it feels fine. But when you get to like the weapons, right? So if we do a weapon enchant, we get ourselves, yeah, Fire Aspect, Sweeping Edge, Unbreaking. That's so-so. We also didn't double up any enchants. That's what we'd like to see. Okay-ish, I suppose. On the pickaxe, we got ourselves Lure, Fortune, Luck of the Sea, and Curse of Vanishing. Again, so the tools and armor, there's a lot of jank ones or specific enchants, right? So they help with the pull. But then, with all this, there's a lot of good enchants that make it a bit too powerful, I think. So I think, yeah, tying luck into it is probably what I'm going to do. Like that, Flame, Piercing, Infinity, Unbreaking. Right? You then take a power book and stick it on that, and it's a really good bow. But, at the same time, do we have our training dummy still? We don't. Did I leave an egg somewhere for me? I don't think I did. Alright, we'll spawn him. Oh, nope, that's wrong. Name tags. Name tag. Playing Golem. Change it to training dummy. Done. It's interesting, the arrow shot didn't actually do any damage. I guess because it didn't travel far enough or didn't hit him exactly. I mean, that's not a lot of damage. Like, even if I spam click, we're barely doing like 100. And probably close to a minute. I'll think about it. Definitely want to tie the luck into it, though. The question is, where do I put it? And the easiest thing to do would be just an if statement in front of it if the closest player has luck above X amount. But I'd also like randomization, so if you have more luck, you'll have a higher likelihood to get the effects, but there's still a chance even without high luck. Right, so I think the general way to do it is execute if score at p luck check is greater than RNG variable, right? Run, say hi. Do I have any luck? No. So if I give myself luck now, I'm gonna have to turn the thunder off again. Right now it says hi. Oh, not music. We like music. Weather. Right? So I think that statement's fine. So I just add this into each segment of the enchant. Or maybe just on the max level segments of the enchant. Yeah, it's probably better. Ooh. Can't click today. Yeah, to there. Okay, so instead of the best level enchants. So you will get 2 enchants? 3 enchants. You'll get 2 specific enchants. And then 1... Oh, did I get rid of the 1? No, but then the 1 has the 2 curses, Vanishing and Binding. Which are the other way I want to sort of balance the system out. The whole point is you play Lucky Dip, right? And then you go to an anvil, you get all the books, and you can min-max and grab all the proper best enchants. It's just a way to try and get to a better state. Did I paste them in the right spot? Yeah, I think I did. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. After data remove entity. I'll let you guys again. You can see what I'm doing. Just listen to my rambling. Anyway, we will move on to villages because that's going to probably be the bulk of today's testing and balancing that out. I want to get this out of the way and make sure that the boss stuff is working so I can just work on implementing the features as in the actual effects. Let's see if I broke it. Range. Nope. So we got piercing, multi-shot, quick charge. We'll grab out a new bow for comparison's sake. And I will get rid of the luck. And we want to see a visible downgrade in the extent of the enchants we're getting. So again, although this is costing us a ton of experience as well at the same time. So yeah, we didn't get an awful bow there, which is a bit annoying. Try again. Why am I losing track of where the bows are? No, I picked it up anyway. So it should more likely have less, but it's still giving us all 4. Luck check is greater than the RNG of the RNG variable. Run, say, hi. Yeah, the majority of the time it shouldn't trigger. So I don't understand. Maybe I didn't save it correctly, or maybe I messed up on where I was pasting on the range ones. Or did it give us multiples? Or I just got very unlucky twice. Yeah, I did. I forgot to paste on quick charge, which is this bow. Then I guess the power one is just by sheer dumb luck. And we got it. Make sure I did do them all. I didn't miss a single one. Alright, let's try again. We'll just re-enchant the bow. I need to start from scratch. I'm running out of the essences. Don't show me a worst bow. There we go. We only got 3. Right? So more often than not, we should only hit 3 unless we start getting into the luck basis. Yeah, good. In which case, sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. Alright, that is the enchanting section done. I definitely want to hold on to these, though. Should really fix up my toolbar, too, while I'm at it. You know what, we might as well do that. Stick the chest there. One, two, three, four. Here. Okay, let's just do the hotbar quickly. There's a green one. Do I have a green one anywhere? Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I definitely want chests. What else do I use frequently? Barrier blocks. It's really annoying that I delete my hotbars. Barrier blocks. Usually husks for testing since they don't burn in sunlight. Anything else I can think of? It's probably fine for now. It didn't save it again because we did update it last stream. That's curious. Oh, that was the wrong one. It's fine. No, just do it for all the hotbars while we're at it for now. Cool. Okay. Villagers. So we need some llama friends. And we need some villager friends. And we also need some space to keep them trapped. Just out of here, I suppose. We'll be fine. Hopefully the season doesn't proc here. Seasons are just as bad for the villagers as they are for us. Okay. The way it should work is we want a villager. Done. And then we want their profession block. We'll go with blast furnace because that's a nice and easy one. We want to keep them stuck right in front of it. So probably fences. Done. You go there. And then in this little paddock, what we want is a llama. Done. That we'll have to tame. That is not the correct button. It's be an open hand. Come on, show me hearts. They just eat wheat like everything else. I should really just spawn one in that's tamed, I suppose. Really? You count? I need to fix this. Especially if llama's going to be crucial to a village, I probably shouldn't allow them to proc raids. I mean, it's fun, but it can also just happen back to back to back. We need to delete this guy, unfortunately. He's also part of the problem. Probably want to get rid of their abilities just for now, as we try to redo it. I guess the rate doesn't matter too much. Use to move. Nope, not going anywhere. You're annoyed because I deleted your little kin. Nope, there we go. Right, give you a chest. How do I... It's not just shift, click with it? Oh, it's just click with it. Yes, protect the village. We didn't get Bad Omen, I guess because the raid's already on. Emeralds. Okay. Hopefully this works. If we wait, he should get the villager blacksmith to work at his blast furnace. If everything is functional. And you grunting like a villager is also quite annoying. I think the main issue is because the passive mobs proc their abilities too quickly. I think I need to decrease that overall. Where are they suffocating? Oh, they're here. Yeah, doesn't matter. Suppose I could just shelter you in. Just in case. Ah, there we go. He did work. Ah, beautiful. Right, and now if we look in here... No? Okay, that's worrisome. So he's working, which is great. Look at that. Bit too quickly, though. But they're meant to, you know, be free range, so they can run around. Because I haven't actually said what they're doing. But every, I want to say 8 seconds they have a chance. Right, you have a chance to force them to work. Though it should be consuming the emeralds in here. So that's a little bit Annoying. Right, because it should cost a little pack mule every single time. I don't have luck or anything, do I? Nope. So I need to go through the functions. So the working portion is fine. The alpaca, sorry, the llama is triggering its abilities way too often. It should be Runechant, mob, villagers. We should be looking for llama. Yep, llama's there. Which means that's fine, and working's there fine. Maybe you're not tagging the llama, potentially. Set up a few command blocks, right? So this one will be execute if entity tag equals, I believe it's just worker. Run, say, working. Cool. And then this one will be tax. Right, this is how the llama should know to actually consume a emerald from its storage. Let's do taxing. Alright, so you have the working tag, which is great, right? So you're just waiting to work. Done. Then you're not... Oh, okay, I think I understand. It's not clearing the working tag, and it's not giving you the tax tag, interestingly. Do that for now. I need to check my functions then. And then we have the painful job of checking out every single villager and making sure all of them do their work correctly. Or did I add it to the wrong function? Or did I not save it? I guess I didn't save it. Yeah, because none of them are doing what I remember typing out. Or I did on the weaponsmith and I didn't copy and paste it to anyone else. Okay, that makes more sense. So I need to open armorer, butcher, cartography, cleric, farmer, fisherman, fletching, leatherworker, librarian, mason, shepherd, toolsmith, and a weaponsmith. That is a lot of us to test. It's fun. I should probably name whatever action they're doing, right? I guess the armor smith can be smithing. I don't know. Librarian can be librarian. Fletching's easy though. Fletching. Armor. Oh, that's delete the inventory. Yeah, I'm not good with coming back to stuff I've started even a day ago. Okay, but if we do this, save all, should be able to save and quit. And turn these back on. It's fine, it's working. So after he works the next time, it should go into the correct loop, right? Come on, work. Work. And you should lose an emerald. We'll just wait peacefully. Go on. You're doing it all before. The raids just slowly die off. Why are you not working now? Did I break it? Function, Runechant, mob / villager. There we go. Right as I check it. But he's back to work. But, more importantly, 63. Done. So now what we want to check is if there's only one, after he works the next time, it should take the last emerald from the llama. And then you won't have the working tag anymore. So, what do you think? Come on. I guess while we wait, I will, I suppose, figure out what exactly to say they're doing. The armorer users know gets to work. I could just blanket statement. Start smithing. I don't mind that. Yeah, starts. I guess I don't really need the hover text either. I don't mind it though. Start smithing. Oh god. Hang up every single one of them. We'll just see what it looks like. Come on, work. And we will set up little pens. I feel like this is Terraria. Alright, for everyone else. I was not close enough for you to proc it, but... Right, see, he hasn't gotten the tag back, which is great. You have no emeralds, so no one else can work. Which means it is exactly as functional as we want it to be. Just need pens for everyone else. So one more. How am I doing this? I gave you an extra bit of space when you shouldn't have access to that. Let's do that. I guess one can go in here. One can come here. Okay, so who else do we have? Butcher is a smoker. I should probably just do these in correct order. So Butcher, photography table. Cleric is a brewing stand. Farmer is a composter. Fisherman is a barrel. I think that's enough, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Villager. Really? No, good. I thought he had the straw hat on. They are getting the correct jobs. Okay, so then we need to load up you with emeralds again. Ah. He found us. Oh, but people are getting to work. That's what we want. $62. The fish was from the fisherman. He lets loose his catches. So what we need to sort of judge... So this is in a confined setting. So if a player was to create some sort of farm... the photography table made a compass, right? But it's bounced off because of the fences. The butcher has not done anything yet. It should also be random. Right? Can I make this say who? I can, if I do as. Right? So they all have the capability to work. Right? It's just waiting for them to be randomly picked. Oh, we heard the brewing stand. Yeah, okay, so the cleric's brewing stuff. That's good. So we've seen you work, we've seen you work, we've seen you work. We've not seen the farmer, though the farmer is most likely because his inventory is empty. He needs wheat. You can pick up player wheat, can't you? Yeah, perfect. The butcher, though, is not doing anything at the moment. You are making potions, which is great. You've made some armor. Annoying. Okay, so we can get rid of you. And your station, because you work, right? That's what we want. You worked as well, so we can get rid of you. We know the fisherman worked. We know you worked because we saw a compass spawn. Anyone else? I should really fix the cooldowns. That's probably the easier way to understand if they're working. We are waiting to see if the butcher works. Right? And it's done enough things because it's down to 57. One of you. Come on. Do something. I will probably increase the range of the callouts. I think I have it set to 4. Probably want it set to 8. That way it's still not too intrusive, but if you're nearish, you can tell it worked. And I do need to up what exactly they are doing as well. I mean, some of them I think are fairly balanced. If you're spending emeralds to get them to work. Thank you. He hatched a cow. But it's good to see the butcher's working. It's just you left. And he butchered a cow. Yeah. Job's gotta do what a job's gotta do, right? But you're working, which is good. So it's still you. You're the problem. We'll leave it there so you guys can see while I edit stuff. I mean, what else would you expect a butcher to do, right? Yeah, if I reload, they should shout out a bit better now. Right, we should see it pop up in chat. I'm going to turn this one off. I'm going to turn that one off. They're not needed. As they work, it should shout out. No, the pillagers? Illagers? No, it's fine. And as you can see, it's leashed to the butcher as well, right? That's fun and flavorful. You can actually see a butcher hanging around with stuff. Why are these numbers so messed up? I guess because I've been murdering your kin, right? Farmer's not doing his job, unfortunately. Come on, work again. Okay. When I look exactly at what they're trying... No, you know I should look at? They're calling. So, where is it? Is it workers, I think? No. Alright, so the butcher butchered. Job check. I think it's job check. I think they're all set to attempt at different intervals. Yeah, depending on the RNG. We're not seeing you do anything, which is unfortunate. Seeing the butcher get to work. We're seeing emeralds leave the chest. That's great. Function, enchant, mob, villager. Okay, so it is missing, right? See how they both have block check and work? The farmer is not working because he has nothing to do. Although you are only spawning cows, it looks like. I know why. I have it set to an RNG check for both the profession and what animal to spawn, and I haven't accounted for that, so every time it's checking, it's always going to land on the same thing because of the overlap. So the butcher is where? Is 77 to 152. So I have to split that 4 ways. That's great. Luckily, computers have calculators. So 152 minus 77, 75. Ah, it splits 3 ways. Annoying. So every 18. Every 18 starting at 77. That makes it even more confusing. So we should be able to see him spawn some other stuff in just a second. 114. 32. 149. That is not correct. Is it? 152 is where we should end up. I should have rounded up, I think. So 96 plus 18. 114. 133. Okay, and that's 97. 116. 135. So we should be able to see the butcher cycle through different animals now. Hopefully. And then the farmer was not working. So I need to check. Yeah, so we summoned a chicken that time. Look at all the meat he drops, right? Great way to have a casual farm, right? Set up a whole bunch of butchers and they'll do what needs to be done. Command block. I have ones under me. Plus we want to still see the butcher, right? Chicken for a sheep. Sheep's getting away. So the farmer, which line is not working? Fine. Fine. So far they're all looking fine. Did the data merge? It is the data merge. And it's because it has an execute when it doesn't need an execute. Okay. I gave you wheat, so you should spit out hay blocks from what I remember. I need somewhere to land though. Function, Runechant. Mob slash villager. Just make sure. Yep, farmer work. Good. Get to work. Yeah, cool. So depending on what he's farmed, he'll spit out different items. So if he's farmed wheat, he'll spit out hay. If he's farmed carrots, golden carrots. Beetroot, he'll make soup. What's the other one? Potatoes. Potatoes he will bake, I think. I think they're the 4. Although I might have done again with the randomization. No, yeah, so it checks his inventory for everything. Right? So the more stuff he's actually grown and farmed, the more food he will spit out. But, again, I will try to up it. Again, if you're spending emeralds, right, these guys should actually produce some better things. Right? As a base level, this is fine. But we can definitely increase what they end up producing. Okay. So, who's next? We ended off at Fisherman. So we have the Fletcher. Probably should have kept the sword. Fletcher. Leather Worker is a Cauldron. Mason is a Stone Cutter. Shepherd is a Loom. This one is definitely the one that's we'll need buffing the most, the Loom. Smith. One is a Grindstone. What's the other one? Is it just a normal furnace or is it an anvil? Actually can't remember what job. Villagers, Minecraft. Right. I think the Weaponsmith is the Grindstone. Some kind of barrel smithing table, no. Oh, it's smithing table. Right, yeah, because blast furnace was the other one. Okay. We can do that, right? They can't go anywhere. Just in case. Because a lot of them spawn stuff on top of their designated block. So we should do that, I think. Just make sure they can't escape. Grindstone. We'll leave off the last lot. Right, so you're Fletcher. Good. Leatherworker. Stonemason. Well, you shouldn't be on top of your block. Alright, get to work. Do something. Shepherd. So he created a banner, right? Yeah, that one's not too great. Mason. Did nothing. You work. Mason still did nothing. Okay, so you need checking. The Weaponsmith created diamond, but we don't want to pick that up, actually. Right? Because he should eventually. He gets off his grindstone. They normally walk on their job blocks? Pretty sure they don't. Anyway, it's the randomization as well. Yeah. Cool. Is that the second prop? Ah, we hold it. Too much going on. Shepherd creates different colored looms, banners, it's fine. You filled your cauldron, so you should get to work soon. You have done nothing. We're still waiting on you to proc again. You created an emerald, diamond. Is that diamond enchanted, by the way? Now I kind of want to pick it up. It is. Ah, okay. I understand. I don't know why, but I do sort of understand. He's meant to turn the diamond into a weapon and then enchant it. So it is kind of weird. I should have done this one at a time. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I am not able to keep track of what everyone's doing to make sure they are actually doing everything appropriately. Let's try again. Start with the Fletcher. And I'm going to put the fences back. They don't walk on top of their blocks. Another raid. You need your abilities fixed. All of you need to calm down. If I do that, they can't walk on top, right? Right? They can sort of. What are you? You are a Fletcher, right? Yeah. So you need to go. Let's try this again. And we should also check the function. Make sure he does have his job. Mob, villager, Fletcher. No, okay. No, I was wrong. Fletching work. Done. So you should be able to work. So tons of emeralds. I feel like the expenses are not using up enough emeralds. Come on. Do the thing. No? What are you meant to do? So you are meant to summon sticks, then feathers, then flint, and turn them into arrows. Execute unless entity blah blah blah, flint, unless entity blah blah blah, unless entity stick, summon a stick. Yeah, so at the base minimum, you should summon a stick on top of the fletching table. To do it. Suppose I can force you to work, or I can force me to work. If I do function, Runechant. Yeah, made a stick. Did I typo? I might typoed, and that's why he's not doing anything. Job check. Profession. It's not fletching, is it? That's where I've gone wrong. Profession is Fletcher. Yeah. It's fine, my mistake. Make some arrows. I should cycle through arrows now. But again, I have to fix the RNG. Cool, that's a stick. Should progress slowly through everything and turn into feathers. Turn into arrows. So I mean, technically you'd use them to farm resources. But I think it'd probably be better to farm the arrows, right? Ooh, how many arrows do you have? You have 10. I've split 75 between 10. Doesn't quite work. 7, 14, 21, 28. It's not saying the right number either. Just make your arrows for me. Why we open Excel. Excel's far better at counting than I. So starting at 457. Bit worried because he's not seeming to turn them into arrows. Though he hasn't used it again, so maybe he's just slow on the proc. And we're trying to get to 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it needs to be +8. This is 29, which is close. He's made arrows, but then they're stacking up again. Meant to get rid of the other stuff and turn it into arrows. Start the cycle again. Work. While I figure out your numbers. Okay, that should do. Go back to the Fletcher. Right, so first he makes sticks. Then he adds feathers, then he adds flint. Then he summons arrows. And then he deletes the flint, the feather, and the stick. Problem is, I upped them to 2s instead of 1s. I should be able to implement the other thing before he gets to the final stage. 457, 466, 474. Because his end result should be tipped arrows, right? So the player actually has a decent way to set up villagers to work on them for them. 507, 15. 524. And lastly, 532. Well, we're almost at the flint stage. Need to hurry it up. Ah, no, I've miscalculated. You should see him make feathers, arrows. I keep doing that. I'm 1 digit short because you start at 457. No, he did again. He made arrows, but he didn't delete the other 2. Weird. Arrows he's made wrong. Yikes. If there's 2 flint, 2 feather, 2 sticks, summon 8 arrows. If you've gone to that point, it works. Then, if there is 8 arrows, you should delete the flint, delete the feather, and delete the stick. Minecraft flint, Minecraft feather, Minecraft stick. That all looks fine. Okay, there's the feathers. Any day now. Add the flint. Come on, just add the flint. Right. There's everything. So the next cycle should create the arrows. How are you doing on emeralds, by the way? 24, you still got tons. Now. 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 Okay, so that created arrows. And we just dump all the other arrows so we pick them up. Why did it not delete everything else? That's the better question. I think I know why. He's still making more sticks, feathers, and flint every time he procs. I believe that's the case. Need to check. Right, so there's 2 sticks at the moment. By the time he gets to the 3rd cycle, we need to see. That's the 2nd one. Come on, do the flint. Maybe they're despawning because it's taking too long. I doubt it. They both look like 2 and 2, so that's fine. Finally. 2, 2, and 2. It looks fine. I can also, myself, add them to the fletching table, I should say. Right? And then the next time he procs, he'll hit the next cycle, which is what we want. Come on, just proc it. While we're waiting, I need to double check the tipped arrows. Actually, the easiest way is if I just summon it in myself. Yeah, okay. That was worry. Alright, so we made the arrows. Delete everything, respawn the sticks. That's fine. That's what we want, right? He's starting the next cycle again. That how a stack of 8 looks? Yeah, it is. Okay. So the next cycle, he should put the feathers down, turn the 8 into tipped arrows, which end up as 3s, and obviously start again. But the tipped arrows don't work at the moment, and I am a bit confused why. I might grab the items next to us instead. No. So what am I spawning in? Item, ID, Minecraft. Oh, they're actually called tipped arrows. That's my bad. I don't think he's worked yet, has he? So if I just do them quickly. I thought they were just arrows with potion effects. Yeah, come on, work. And also while we're at it, see if the summon command works now. Yeah, perfect. Come on, fletch. Yes, perfect. We see the dots. Alright, so there is now... Oh, it should get rid of the 8 arrows though. Why did it get rid of... Ah, I know why, because, again, it should be tipped arrows. Okay, I think he should be fine now. We'll check out the 8 arrows. And what should happen is he should turn them into tipped arrows and delete the 8. And essentially, if you just left him to work... Yeah, and he puts the stick down, perfect. If you left him to work, he'll just build up a mass of tipped arrows. I guess you need some way to collect them then. That also doesn't disrupt the sticks. I'm thinking allow them to work into a chest or something like that, but then at the same time, it's like, eh. I don't know. I like the idea you have to go around, you have to collect stuff. Yeah, I'll think about it. Is there a way to put a hopper? Because it always spawns on the top too, so there's not really a way to make a filter hopper. You could do you could run tracks over all the work blocks. with a minecart hopper, actually. No. Yes? Yeah, they pick up top. They pick up bottom still, don't they? I don't know. I don't know. When there's a will, there's a way. Surely people can figure it out. Anyway, you are tested and functional. So we're happy. Okay, leather worker next. Should be nice and simple. You should just do some work at his cauldron. And eventually spawn in leather armor, which, just like everything else, I need to fix because I check the random number, but then the random number is checked against a profession, so again, crossover, blah, blah, blah. You get the drift. This time I need to split... Nope, that was the llama. I really gotta change that ability. Okay, so the leather worker occupies 533 to 608. Easy. 75, like usual, and I need to divide it by 4, which is always a pain in the ass. Every 19 needs to swap. Oh. That's bad. One of the season icons is messed up then. Suppose we worry about that later. But actually, it's summoning stuff and it's kind of annoying. Let me just make sure it's not the title. It is. Ah, you bastards. Yeah, I have no idea. I have this set to load in every time, but for whatever reason, there's something that's resetting it. Which is really frustrating. I know also if I constantly do it... I guess constantly doing it's fine, actually. Anyway, what was I doing? Need to resummon the llama, because you're no longer working. Oh, you did make leather. Just didn't spawn where I wanted to spawn. Need to fill biome with void, please. These icons should go away. Particles have gone away. Perfect. Yeah, the soul season is a bit rough. Mainly because of the vexes. Wow, 26 of them spawn. I will have to look into that, because that also causes a bunch of lag. What are we doing? Llama. Come on. Love me. I'm a bit curious why the... Because it's resetting the fade out, I betcha. Now the raid started. God, there's a lot I need to fix from this. I suppose every time I want to update the season icon, I could have it reset the times. Give you a chest. Load you back up with emeralds. And you get cooking. Ah, I've got the biome here as well. We'll just do 15, 15, 15, negative 15. Alright, that should fix the biome. Don't have to worry about the raid spawning. It's over there. Work. Right, what you do. Might as well do something, right? You made leather, to some degree. What are you meant to be doing? That's what we should probably check, I suppose. Okay, so the leather worker... Execute if water cauldron, blah blah blah. Place to a normal cauldron if water cauldron. As long as there's not leather, it should summon rotten flesh into the cauldron. That's the step we're at. Maybe I've broken something. No, you still have worker. Yes, I'll just continue to work on the other thing. So it actually triggers a working step. Maybe he's not close enough. That could also be it. They are meant to be within a block of their block. What's the time? Might be the wrong time of day. You're going nuts, though. So 8, perfect. Finally. Question is, did it actually put run flesh? It did, but again, it's not spawning in the cauldron, weirdly. Or it's bouncing out of the cauldron, maybe? I put the 1 in the wrong spot? Hmm. The other issue is it is not emptying the cauldron. Right, because they're in a weird stalemate. It's just, if it's water cauldron, put a cauldron. If it's not water cauldron, put a normal cauldron. I can slowly empty the water cauldron, though. That's probably how I do it. Right, because you can do... water cauldron. Level. Just to make it flavorful. Yeah, so you can go all the way to 3. So you can just have it cycle through all those stages. Yeah, but he did turn it into leather, right? So it's halfway there. Okay, so if it's a water cauldron level 3, it sets it to level 2. And if it's level 2, it sets it to level 1. And if it's level 1, it sets it to a normal cauldron. And if it's a normal cauldron, it sets it to a level 3. The question is the sequencing, so that it doesn't continue to redo them. Okay. If I inverse them, that should break the sequence, right? think that's all I have to do. So if it's a normal cauldron, put it to level 3, but then it'll proc the level 3 and put it to level 2 straight away, which is fine. Right, it doesn't have to always be full. Then if it's level 1, puts it to a normal cauldron. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Try save it. Hopefully the leather and stuff spawns in the right spot now too. Bit curious why they're off-center. My guess is they're spawning it right in the corner there and getting pushed out of the cauldron. How are you doing on emeralds? 59, you've got tons still. I suppose I can also force him to work. Oh, no, there we go. But that's fine. That's what we want, on top. The next cycle should refill the cauldron and change the leather to... Sorry, the rotten flesh to leather. That's what we want to wait and see. Come on. Interact. Stonemason. I suppose I can start looking at the functions. Why the stonemason isn't working either. Right, because we saw that before. Of course, because of the randomizer again. But it should be if stonecutter. Build the cauldron. You did not make leather though. Why is that? Alright, because it's looking for a water cauldron, so that's fine. So the next one should make leather. Done. Third one should make armor. So please proc again. Then as for the stonemason, problem is it cycles through cobblestone to tough to air. And it's the same issue I had with the water cauldron. It's looping. Right, because he spawns cauldron, replaces it with air. And then if it's air, he spawns in tough. Drained it, but he didn't make armor. What's going on with the leather worker then? Only cauldron again. It should be if there's leather. Is it because the count's too high? No, it's the only one. I'll chuck that in. We should turn it into armor. Run summon. He procced it, but he didn't do anything at all. It's nice that he's cycling the cauldron, I suppose. But right now he's just draining it. He's not even making more leather. So, water cauldron. If there's leather, he won't summon rotten flesh. That's why that's not cycling. You need to check the summon again. This should summon leather armor. No, it's not summoning air, so there's a typo somewhere there. What is it? It's the S. There should be an S. Alright, so he should turn that into leather armor on his next step. and then put Run Flesh. Great. Again, just the positioning is awful. If I line it and then put 0, 0, 0.5, 0.5, that should do the trick. Well, I mean, it'll always be aligned anyway. No, because it's... Yeah, it's right now it's off of him. Ah, it's fine if it's on top. Not a big deal. So you should make another piece of leather. Spawn the Run Flesh. Yeah, but then the armor doesn't last ages. I heard that. Oh, you're stuck in a hole. Okay, but the leather work is working. Is what we're seeing. Yeah. So you're done for. Villager crafted, it's fine. Stonemason. We should spawn a block, but we already know this is an issue. Because I can see it. So, stonecutter, if there's cobblestone, he'll place it with air. If there's tough, he'll place it with cobblestone, and then if there's air, he'll spawn in tough. That's the last sequence, so he should spawn in a tough block. And the next step should turn it to cobblestone, and then I'll only cycle through those two, which is fine. Right, that's him going to work. Go do it. That's you. Okay, fix up the RNG while we wait for him to proc something. Stonemason. Check the profession, actually. Yeah, it's Mason, so it's typed out correctly. Oh god, there's too much text now. Yeah, you are 685 to 760. And how many things are you spawning? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, that's the llama still. Okay, so the mason did nothing. Annoying. Ooh. The positioning's off. That was weird. Should spawn in blocks now. That was a bad oversight. Something I should have easily been able to pick up on. Yes, perfect. What is that? Stuff always look like this? I feel like it's more textured than it usually was. Eh. So we should change it to cobblestone. And summon in an item, but the item portion is probably broken. No, spawning gold. Cool. And after cobblestone, it should go back to tough. Again, we kind of like it to go to air. It means I'll probably have to add another block to the mix. Yeah, it goes back to tough. Every 2 cycles, he creates something. No, I should add more. I should go stone, tough, cobblestone, I think. And because what I'm trying to think is, how could the player take advantage of it, right? If they were able to set up a whole bunch of stonemasons and supply the, say, cobblestone, or in this case, I guess no, tough, because tough is where it breaks. They could generate all the items, right? They could skip all the other steps. He's also only generating gold because, again, the numbers are not lined up correctly in terms of the randomizer. I'm trying to fix that. He should spawn something other than just gold. Okay. Spawn something else. Besides gold nuggets, please. We'll add stone to the mix as well. So, stone to tough is what we should add in. Right, so if it's stone, he spawns in tough. If it's tough, it spawns in cobblestone. If it's cobblestone, it spawns in air. If it's air, he spawns in stone. And then do I want to change the step that summons items? I think to the cobblestone step. Although the idea with the tough blocks is the player has to then generate or farm tough to use. But then it also makes sense if it's at the final step where he gets all the rewards. Okay, so it should spawn something in and it should go back to stone. What is creating the water particles? The cauldron? Kind of weird. Interesting. They're jumping off us as well, or just him? What can you generate? Iron nuggets, gold nuggets, emeralds, diamonds, lapis, amethyst, raw gold, raw iron, raw copper, and quartz. Yeah, I think that's powerful enough. Again, be costing the emeralds. Come on. You proc. It's always when you want stuff to happen, it never happens. Or actually, potentially I did break it, so I should actually double check things always. Right, stonemason. Nah, still there. I mean, we can pretend to be the stonemason, I suppose. Right? So if we're in front of the stonecutter. No, that doesn't work either. We need to do block check. Yeah, look at that. We're now the stonemason. Slash. Not, because... What? Stone should go to tough. Interesting. Why did it not go to tough? And that can actually speed things up if I test all the things myself. If the stonecutter has stone. Ah, right, because it's not set to replace. Sorry again. Tough. Cobblestone. Yeah. But it's... Oh, why did it not spawn anything in now? It does, but they're off-center again. Why have I made them all off-center? So weird. Also, this is definitely the significantly better way to check all the villager stuff. Is to me play the part of said villager. Oh, that's the wrong one. Cool. Where's my goodies? If block cobblestone... Ah, right, because the RNG is not between the intervals set for you. That is the issue. But still, works. Question is again, so this generates cobblestone. I kind of like it to generate tough, because tough is something hard to find. And there is going to be different versions of tough blocks, isn't there? Right? So, instead of stone, tough, cobblestone, we go the other way. Go stone, cobblestone, tough. That sort of makes sense, right? That to that, and then he shapes into tough. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Ah, but it's a better block to farm. Yeah, it's a better block to farm. Cobblestone becomes tough. And tough becomes cobblestone. He did it, so there should be loot. Yeah, we got iron. Good. Okay, so the cycle should now generate tough blocks instead. Cobblestone, tough, breaks, and we get tough. Well, I could go the other way. I could do, like, he shapes into stone brick or something, I suppose. I'll think about it. Anyway. Halfway, more or less. So that's the mason done. There is a lot more they have to fix up than I recognized, which is a bit annoying. Oh well. It is life. But we will leave it there for today, and obviously I'll work, and then hopefully tomorrow in the morning we can finish off villager stuff. As well as anything else I feel like getting done. And I definitely need to tweak the llamas, right? They're proccing their abilities like crazy, and that's spawning way too many raids. It's good to see so many of the villagers work from the get-go. That is very nice. And obviously, the cost system, right? It's good to have that implemented. I mean, you can fill up a llama and have this pretty much running for ages. Although the more villagers you have, the more it will deplete it quicker. I suppose that's the other way to think about it. I guess the really impactful thing to do would probably be to go and delete a lot of the different villagers and just have the ones actually generate useful things. But I do need to think about farming and collection, right? Because any sort of way to teleport the items away ruins up their crafting mechanisms, and you only really farm the lowest interval of what they're generating, rather than farming the end results. I don't know. Either way, we will leave it there for today, so anyone hanging around, thank you. Anyone watching in post, as always, thank you. Hope you enjoyed, and see ya.